People say who join our firm that they put on half a stone in the first 6 months, which is probably not great health-wise, but it creates a happy bunch.
It took Genghis Khan 35 years to take over Asia. It took her half that time to do a bigger task.
It was her that instigated the famous cream cakes for good billing months or other matters of celebration.
As a mentor, not just to managing partners, but to many eminent people in the city.
One of the very few, if not the only, true managing partner of a law firm in the last 10 years, and certainly in this city.
Set the tone for future lady leaders of law firms.
Always thinks about the firm as a whole, not her as an individual.
An enormous support to me as managing partner. She did the job for 14 or 15 years, taking the business over at a time when Manchester was just, I suppose, really crawling out of a deep recession in the early 90s, and it took great courage to do what she did, and it's characteristic of her that she grasped the nettle when she did, in the manner that she did.
On many occasions she's brought people into the firm and thereby added on a niche to the practice from which we've all benefited.
A lot of professional practice firms talk about client service and the importance and the alignment of interests and so on, but very sadly a lot of the time it's lip service, and the people who are telling that message are so far removed from the people who are actually delivering the service that there's no joined up thinking between them. I think that's a very clear distinction from this practice.
She is interested in the whole of the firm, from the admin staff right up to the equity partners, and tries to ensure that everybody is on message and moving forward as a whole.
Don't mess with the winner. You don't get in the way. And people know that, because she will always, always have the last word.
I didn't actually need a lift. I said, I only want to be in the car with you just to see if your driving really is as bad as it was all those years ago, and it was. It's sharing a house with her, how around the bath, quite literally had every shampoo, every conditioner you can imagine, so that there was no space around 3 sides of the bath to put anything else at all.
Very famously flooded the reception area of the manoir, sitting at her laptop and working away and had forgotten that she was running the bath. So I think that gives you an indication of her commitment and her ability to focus.
One of the gifts that she has that many lawyers don't have is an entrepreneurial flair and instinct. I mean, that can be seen in the way that she did pursue the best company's concept.
Getting the firm to the ranking that she has and maintaining it there has brought the firm to wider recognition.
I was on holiday at Disneyland in Paris, and I was queuing with the youngest children of our families and the person concerned when a call came in, and it was quite obvious as we were in the queue that it was a referrer who was not terribly happy with something that was going on. So at this point she ducked out of the queue and I carried on into the ride, which was It's a Small World, went round the ride, came out, and she was still talking. So the children and I queued again, went round the ride again, still talking. Third time we came out and the conversation ended with the client giving us a load more work, obviously happy as Larry, which I think is typical of the fact that she is working all the time. She's always doing the best for the firm all the time, and she's obviously got the knack of turning what was clearly a negative into something of a positive. Obviously from my point of view, 3 rides around Small World was a high price to pay, but there we are. I think it speaks volumes for her ability.
I see her key strengths as, I suppose, 4 key strengths: limitless energy, an elephant-like memory, a ferocious intellect, the lack of ability to spot the right opportunity.
Keeping the right level of involvement with clients to make sure that she understands that they're getting the service that they need without the client relationship partners and the feeling like they're having the toes trodden on, which is quite a difficult balance to strike. I think she strikes that very, very well.
You see the Duracell adverts, well, she's got something else in as well, I think, and her bunny keeps running a lot longer.
One of her secrets is that she morphs. So when one lifestyle ends, another one begins, a bit like David Bowie in the 70s, or Madonna, or Scooby-Doo.
She always knows exactly what's happening on every grapevine in this city.
Makes no prisoners. She's a great friend. I know that she's also a great colleague to work with, someone that I would turn to if I needed help.
We used to do a Christmas pantomime, and most partners took part, and somebody from every department took part, and for at least 3 years running, she dressed up as Mother Superior.
A towering presence in the profession and within her firm, and you can't be a managing partner without coming across this lady.
It is really good on behalf of the profession to see such a role being performed by a woman.
It's been great to work with, and during that time she's been a great mentor to me.
She inspires people, people are prepared to follow her, they have confidence in her. Things that she set out to do now as at university, she does do, and she gets the results that she wants to get.
And she has clearly achieved a great deal for her firm and a standing in the profession, which I think makes it highly merited.
Once she takes this prize, it's over. You should finish the competition there and then invent a new one next year, or you should rename it with her name on it. There can be no other winner.
She's the sort of person who will bring a solution, not a problem, and will make things happen.
I can't think of anybody more worthy than her, because she's an absolute star.